Don't worry, all of my groups, our start time has meandered away. We start closer to 9 these days. No, we should get here at 8. Yeah. I think it was at 8 o'clock because we couldn't go past 11. Session 6? Is it? I have it in my notes as session 6. Oh. Or I didn't note down much of session 6 because much of session 6 was a fight. Yeah, that's it. I didn't take a whole lot of notes in session 6 because it was pretty much all combat. Also bones. The reason why the avatar for Halu might not be showing up is because I think the image is too large. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, you haven't. Okay. I was about to take down Kayla, probably. Wonder if it's baby back ribs. Yeah, I am. I am tired. I am going through the portal. Sick. Yeah.
Famous last words. Yeah, they are. I
Yes, they
concur.
are. That's it.
So you want to know? Yeah, Cricket doesn't seem to be there. It just looks like it's the Archmage and Addie and Till. Um, even with the masks on, because I did say they were wearing masks, um, you know that the other people around the Archmage is probably the High Council.
Yeah.
Big boys.
I'm just kind of like not hiding, but I'm just like I don't want to deal with nobility today. I've punched people.
Wait, we popped up in front of these guys, you said?
No, that's where y'all were in the arena,
Ah, in the
and
arena.
they were
Okay.
in the gallery.
Gotcha. Good to know, good to know.
But when
Into the
you step
portal.
out of the step into the portal, you're kind of in that same kind of. You're in the foyer again, along with all the other people, and uh, from your right, a door opens, and out strolls the Archmage. Followed behind her is following behind her is Cricket, and following behind Cricket, out 5 paces behind is the guard.
Oh,
Hey,
the blonde.
did I say his name or I did right? Oh no, his name already.
I've just been mentally referring to him as Cricket's friend, and or he places bets. He who places bets.
Okay. So yeah, and the guard that has been following Cricket so far. Um, and the Archmage says, "Thank you everyone for attending these trials for today. Those of you who, all of you fought valiantly. All of you fought well, and I do have to say, I saw some things here that impressed me to no end. However, there's only one group today that, uh, excuse me, that gained all of our favors in every regard, and we will be meeting with them privately. But do not fret, all of you here today will be rightfully compensated for your time and your efforts here today." Uh, and she she turns to Cricket and says, "Cricket," and Cricket nods their head. And from I forgot to mention, they have a little like bag on their side, and from the bag, uh, it's a bag of holding. I'm just gonna say that now. They start taking out like bags of like gold, and uh, Archmage says, "Now everyone, please get into a line, and Cricket will disperse your gold. Um, but 3 teams, and there is a C team, which will be you guys again if you manage to die. And then the B team, which is the team that y'all fought against, they go first. They go into a secondary room. They go into a room on the left, and they don't come out for a long while. And y'all are just kind of just sitting there, watching Cricket give out gold to like all these people.
They have like a table in the back with like
Yeah, is there like
Oreos.
food?
Yeah.
A table, like a snack bar? Because I'm fucking hungry.
Uh,
I
they're
want
like
to
No.
like
hors
sit and
d'oeuvres.
people watch. Yeah, are there
No,
hors d'oeuvres?
Like
no, there
charcuterie
isn't.
board or something. No.
I
Yeah,
don't
no
have fucking
tiny
hors d'oeuvres. What the
sandwiches.
hell?
Listen,
Damn.
all the food is going towards Fortune's feast.
That is what I'm complaining about. Like, to the rest of the party, I'm just like, they don't have hors d'oeuvres. You know that after we're all very hungry, and why would they not be serving hors d'oeuvres? And understandably, not like alcohol, but there are like light percentage based alcohols that can, like champagne. Like, you're not gonna cause a party riot over champagne.
While they're
In there,
complaining, Mavis has been in the background cooking up some snacks for everyone.
there
Oh,
are
thank God.
Did you
there
just
is
start a
the
fire?
feast.
You got like a tiny one of those fucking portable stove
Oh yeah,
camps.
Mavis has got like a rice cooker and
Oh my
like,
god.
toaster oven, and like uses like heat metal to heat up the toaster oven so you can like make pizza bagels.
That's why she's so heavy.
I'm just talking until there is the feast that they're probably holding off the food for. Um,
Yeah, Yes, but the thing is, you still need hors d'oeuvres. Otherwise, you eat too much too quickly at a feast, and then no one eats, and then no one is actually happy. You need the hors d'oeuvres to like stave off like the immediate hunger, because people get grouchy when they're hungry. Like, look at the masses; they're not exactly thrilled.
Aren't that
Pull up
aren't
a
there
ninja
appetizers
blender and
before?
start making.
Yes, but that's what
smoothies.
hors d'oeuvres are for. Hors d'oeuvres are just fancy rich people appetizers.
So wait, hold on. They're the appetizer to the appetizer?
Yes. See, it's a multi-step meal to make sure you don't like stop being like you don't feel hungry, but you don't get full too quickly.
Look, food
Does
is a way
anybody
to
want some
socialize.
lychee and peach smoothies?
Yes,
Yes.
Yes,
please.
please.
I added protein powder because we did a good workout earlier.
I don't know if me hitting my drums. Well, okay, I'll take it.
I'll definitely take that.
Maeve's just walking around with a gallon of fucking protein powder, like one of them huge ones.
Yeah, I've got like
That's
it's
just in.
chocolate,
Mavis is a gym rat.
it's chocolate
Definitely
protein
was.
powder. She only gets it because it tastes like chocolate milk.
That's
But,
the ones I would get.
But then she also like she used to get it because yeah, she was a gym rat in her youth, but now she gets it because it tastes like chocolate milk. And so she
There are
has
so many things that are
Yeah.
becoming canon because of you guys right now.
yeah, she's also got like a
That's
ninja
why-
bullet fruit. What is it called?
Oh
Like
God,
a
it
fruit,
tastes like
like a
it
blender.
tastes like chocolate milk. It makes so much sense. It's probably why all the grandkids that spend the summer with you come back jacked.
Yeah.
They're just sipping on protein shakes.
Yeah, they get protein shakes and I make them work out with the hogs. You know,
Damn.
they gotta wrangle them.
To be
I
clear,
can do it by myself.
we're not getting the bags of gold, right? We're not in the line to get the bags
No.
of gold. Okay.
No.
Can I go stand in the line of the bags of gold? No, I'm not going to. That's a public faux pas. That as much as I want to do.
Bill would not.
I set up a table
Phil
next to
would.
the back of gold line and be like, smoothie, anyone? I've also got pizza
Smoothie, complimentary smoothie along with your bag of gold.
Yeah,
Hey.
exactly.
Or you didn't succeed, bag of gold.
Yeah, participation smoothie.
Thank you.
Guys,
Thank you.
Participation gold.
Thank you, Mavis.
base
Oh.
god is trying to talk.
Sorry, we're drinking.
Oh, I have the feeling that one of the deities is trying to speak to us.
Mavis in particular. I'm not Mavis. Addie. I'm trying to speak to Addie. Hello, this is God speaking. What's your passive perception again?
Oh no,
Oh.
that's never fun to hear.
17.
Thanks.
If it makes
17?
I've been like kind of vaguely eyeballing Cricket also, trying to
Oh, okay.
place why they're weird.
Well, you can't place it because they're still acting weird toward you. You see very obviously that they are, every now and then, they are still shooting you, kind of like, not a concerned glance, but just kind of like a wary one.
Okay, you know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna make direct fucking eye contact and tip my hat.
Damn, hat tip.
They look back down at their hands and don't look at you again.
Okay,
They are focused on what they're doing now.
cool. And nothing about them rings any sort of bell.
Hey, how many people in this room do I know
Nope.
and or want to avoid?
That's a good question.
Basically, people I'd like to avoid are nobles with no sense of humor, but how many of them do I actually know in here?
Well, it's mostly just people from all across the country. So, I mean, I'm sure there's
So
like
good
a noble.
70%.
So I'm sure there's like a noble or two around, but it's mostly just like people from Greycrest, people from Emermont City.
I know of nobles that are here, but I might not know the nobles.
Yeah. But y'all are standing around shooting the shit, intimidating poor unicorn satyrs. Addie.
I tip my goddamn hat.
You knew
that's
exactly what you were doing.
Okay, a little bit. I did want to see their reaction.
What do you think they're telling the B team?
probably giving them like little things that will glow the message and or just glow if we all die and they need to come in as the B team.
Or sending them on their first mission. I hope not. I really want to get drinks with Perrin.
I'm pretty sure it's a, hey, if they die, we need you to, like, be ready.
That makes sense.
Yes,
Or they're killing them.
the backup, and then the C team is the backup's backup.
Or
Well, that's
maybe they're being smart and actually, like, divvying up all the, you know, shit we'd have to do.
This is
Like,
this is assuming that they are the backup team, and that they aren't the ones
I feel like a
getting
main character.
championship.
I feel like a main character.
You would feel like a
Leave
main
me
character.
Yes. I would. I have a feeling we're the A team.
I, on the other hand,
Yay.
am not. I, on the other hand, am not a. Do not feel as if I'm a main
You're a
character.
spine breaker. You're a main character.
Get those
frustrated
get that
late.
metagaming out of your mind.
God, is that you?
I mean,
Are you
it makes
there,
sense for a
God?
noble to be like, I feel like the main character.
Sure.
She's
We'll
not
concede
wrong,
that.
Dill.
Yeah.
So y'all are sitting around shooting the shit. Mavis is making some protein shakes for literally almost everybody who wants one inside this hall.
Hell
And
yeah.
when the B team shuffles out, and the Archmage actually calls Cricket in, and Cricket in with you guys. So Cricket hands off the bag of holding with all the gold to a waiting guard. Not the one that what's it called? That's following him, just a different one. And all of you shuffle inside of the room. Now,
Alright.
you immediately get the feeling that wherever this door is supposed to lead, this is not the room that it should be. And that's because it's extremely obvious that it is the Archmage's personal study. There is it's a really long room, and the thing that strikes you the most awestruck about this is that it has floor to ceiling like bookshelves stuffed with books and scrolls and tomes. It's actually kind of messy in the way that people who are kind of like hundreds of years old kind of tend to be sometimes, where they just kind of leave organizing to, people who have the time to do organizing. And when you look up, there is a full glass ceiling. And there's a pretty modest looking bookshelf. Wow. Desk all the way at the end of the room. And standing next to the desk is a Leonin, and Trailerine is actually sitting at the desk, kind of talking quietly to the Leonin. And as you all come in and she hears you, she says, Cricket, please, can you please go back to organizing? It's a mess in here. I know it's my fault, but please. And Cricket nods and immediately starts to shuffle a stack of like really, really old looking paper. Just kind of like going through it, and you can tell that at one point it was organized, but either through the research or whatever may have you, it has gotten very disorganized once again. And Trailerine also says, yes, you all, please, come in. There's someone here I need to introduce you all to.
Okay.
Wander in.
Step
I am
cautiously in.
Just walk right in. Right
Come in, come in. We don't bite here. Well, Eridanus might, but I certainly won't.
Okay. On in.
Archmage. I am eyeballing the books.
Your eyeball in the books? Why? You're mean mugging them?
They're books. I have to look at them with much curiosity, much desire.
They're already shooting fireworks.
Yeah, there
Uh,
were fireworks last night here.
You're a firework.
everyone, please. I don't think I introduced myself personally, but I'm Trailering Son of Bjorn, as you well know, the advisor to King and Queen Dayland, and also the High Archmage. Over there is my apprentice Cricket, and the god who has been following Cricket. Well, I suppose that's his job too. That is Leto Smithson. Leto, say hello. And Leto, he looks up and his little wave.
Could you put his name somewhere?
Yes, and I will also. He'll be in. Oh no! I forgot my laptop.
Oh no.
All the pictures I had of everyone. Fuck. Wait, no, he's somewhere. Hold on.
I think you showed him.
Somebody a little sneak peek. Was that in the private chat I had with you and Zelda Bones?
Yeah, he's there.
Yeah. Oh, there he is. Okay, so I had like very small. I had smaller ones. Come on. I completely forgot about that. Every single time I try doing something, I just completely forget that my laptop isn't the way it was like 2 months ago. Rico Smithson. Leto is Cricket's personal guard. If you can't find Leto, you should find Cricket. If you can't find Cricket, then don't bother. Usually means I have them going on a little errand. But you all have proven your valiance and your might, and as such will be dubbed the champions of the country.
Told you, Henri.
Excuse me. You might be down too short. I was just escorting this old lady here. She got her kicks in. We're gonna be leaving pretty soon, so I mean.
No, I'm here to stay. Thank you for
I
having
don't
you-
think you could get Mavis to leave unless you like knocked her out hog tire, and even then she'd just break out.
Yeah, I've done that before,
You
and you're
could
right. She has
certainly
very strong
try.
teeth for an old lady. But that's besides the point. I don't think it's gonna work out for us too. So you might want to get two randos from like the B team. The trash can guy, he's a little ignorant, but I mean, he could take a hit. So you could always take my place, I guess. But we're definitely leaving after this.
I am not. You'll just need one rando.
I see.
Yes, Mavis, we talked about this. I thought we were leaving.
If I lost, yes.
No, you said we were gonna do the trials and then we were gonna leave.
I never said anything of the kind.
You really expect me to follow you around halfway across the fucking country for whatever the hell
I
this is?
do, because that's what your wife would want. And you love her, don't you? I know you don't, but do you think you love her? Because if you did, you would follow me halfway around the world.
Okay, this is some family drama that I don't need to be a part of.
Is
Listen,
there like a private room we could just sort
Yeah,
of
where they can have their
them
argument,
in?
because I love gossip, but this
Okay,
is
okay,
like
that-
Can't revivify on Henri because I just fucking murdered him.
Listen, I could still show the
Like
love for my
gentle
wife
repose.
by dragging you back home. Okay, I'm giving you the choice now. Can we just go home?
Oh, great Tempest. Please show this man that he is not always right, nor will he ever be. Amen.
I'm fucking praying out loud again.
Henri, it'd be nice to have your help.
I liked your baby back ribs more.
Alright, can you say that a little louder?
I liked
Has
your
a
baby back ribs more.
perception of 19? How dare you?
You know what? This for you, Amber. Ember. I keep saying Amber or Ember. I have such a hard time with words sometimes. Um, I'm gonna sit this one out, listen to it. I'm still on the fence, but whatever.
Thank you.
I suppose it's all settled then?
Maybe. We'll get back to you. We'll get back to you on that one.
I
Let's
If
don't
we
know
come
about the
back-
rest of y'all, but I'm fucking going on this adventure.
Let's
Who's
go
with
if we
me?
come
Hurrah!
If we come back and either one or both of them are missing, just presume they're dead, and then we'll probably need some fillers.
I mean, what is this even all about?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, that's actually a kind of important question before I blanket agree to something.
Wait, out of character, do the characters already know? Or is it
Know
just
what?
like we got know that planar fucky magic?
Yes,
I thought the
everyone
notices were
knows. Everyone knows that this is why they're there.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's more like, well, Till's more wanting to know the specifics before they say blanket yes to things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so ask the Archmage some questions. She says, if all of you are on board, I can answer any questions that you might have.
Wait, so the answering of questions is dependent on if we say yes?
No. I mean, I would hope that you all would say yes. However, if one or more, however, if you decline, we will use the backup teams.
How do you expect us, or what do you expect us to do to fix this?
Planar rifts are quite the thing.
What do you expect us to
it's-
do that you can't?
It's very simple. We just need you to go into the different planes of existence: plane of air, plane of water, plane of the endless wilds, things such as that. Retrieve an artifact from there that has been planted there some millennia ago, and just come back. And here, Eridanus can explain it far better than I can. He is our leading expert on anything to do with the planes, and he actually figured out the cause for the planar rips in the first place.
It
Eridanus,
doesn't sound very simple to me.
Wait, these artifacts are what caused them?
Eridanus, he says yes. Eridanus, this is Eridanus Blackmane, and next to the Leonin, who has kind of been silent up until now, is pretty tall. He's about 6'5", with a golden dark with a golden mane that is edging towards like dark brown. A pair of glasses perched right on his nose, and he looks pretty imposing, except for the fact that he's wearing like a waistcoat and like a nice blazer and some slacks. With he does not look like your typical Leonin whatsoever. And Ember, you know Eridanus. Last time you saw him, his mane wasn't as dark. He was maybe a little bit shorter,
Oh shit,
And
yeah.
the last you heard, he was putting himself through Wizard College, in Nova Ether itself. So uh, he has definitely moved up the world, since the last time that you saw him.
Yeah, I like turned him and I give a little start as I recognize him, and I'm just like, oh.
He raises an eyebrow at you, just like, remember?
Aerodonis?
Nice to see you.
Uh-huh. This is a odd place to meet again. Um, you were saying?
Yes. Um, hold on, I'm gonna mute myself really quick. I got a cough.
I thought that was Aerodonis. I got those back there.
Small world.
You have
Just
no
saying.
idea. You have no idea. I wasn't expecting to see him here. Um,
Okay, I'm better now. I need like a Tylenol or something. Uh, and Aeronautics begins to speak, and he says, like Archimage Somniferum said, through countless hours of research on my part, and well, along with some of the best minds of of the country. And as he speaks, he just kind of casually takes out like a pocket watch and clicks it open and like stares at it while he talks. And he says, "We have ascertained that uh, these artifacts placed into the plane millennia ago, for whatever reason, uh, for the reasons that the gods are having these little magical outbursts, as everyone here well knows, or at least I hope everyone knows. Um, the gods are still fledglings in only about an elf's lifetime, and because of uh, their youngness, so to speak, they can't control the magical surges that these artifacts sometimes give off.
They're
As
hitting
such,
puberty.
such
Continue, please.
it is as such it is because of these artifacts that the planar rips are occurring. So we are tasking you all to go into the planes, retrieve these items, and then just bring them back to the prime material plane, and hopefully uh, that will cure whatever is happening. We have hopes of believing these, as we have instruments in place that are tracking the magical surges, and every time a magical surge happens, it is revolved around these artifacts and bringing them to the prime material plane and out of much more chaotic planes, such as the plane of air, plane of fire, etc., uh, should cure this.
So you have plans to contain these ancient magical god boosting artifacts all together eventually on the prime material plane where we all live.
Uh, Trailer Rain speaks up. Unfortunately, where these artifacts are going to be kept and their security level is kind of on a need to know basis. Just trust that we will be taking care of it to the utmost. We will be taking the utmost precautions when dealing with these items.
I don't think the concern is where exactly they are. The concern is that
All of them
if they're causing chaos on
together
their own plane, what chaos would they cause altogether on this plane?
in like one little room doing the crazy magical.
Like I said, I'm not the high archmage of the country for no reason. It will be handled.
Can I, with all my knowledge of religion, do I know that this is a viable solution based on what I might know?
Yeah, is the Archmage like just saying this to like get me off her back? Or is she actually confident in what she's saying?
Hold on. Wait a second.
Guys, I'm sure everything's gonna be all right. If history has taught us anything, is that we can trust our government.
Oh, we can't.
Addie does a like bark, like a loud bark of laughter before like slapping a hand over her mouth. And then like there's like tiny little giggles that filter out. Yes, totally could trust the government.
Yeah, 100%.
Don't trust the government.
Roll an insight check.
Insight. All right.
What about for Kate?
Kate,
Ooh, okay.
roll a religion check.
Okay, I'll take it.
I lost the plot of what's happening. I'm
Oh,
so
if you
sorry.
If you want to do a quick little prayer up to the gods.
I am.
To
18 insight.
Sorry, to catch Jean up super quickly. They want us to go into other planes of existence, find artifacts that are causing the plane fuckiness, and bring them into the prime material, where the council and the archmage will secure them and contain them. Because the new gods can't contain them at the moment because they're still so new to their power.
If they're in the
Yeah.
that might cause more fuckiness if we bring them out of the plane they're originated from. Why don't we just why don't they give us the thing to contain them and keep them there?
Those aren't the planes that they're originated from. Those are the planes that they were placed in. They're originally from the prime material plane.
Oh, that's a piece of information that was left out.
Okay. That was not stated clearly.
Conclusions.
But we jump to conclusions when there's a conclusion to jump to, and we weren't.
No, I'm still on the. Hold on, they're causing issues in the planes as is. Why would they not cause problems here?
And I mean, if the gods can control them, how are we gonna control them? With whatever effects are.
This feels like a healthy dose of wizard hubris.
Yes, and I have quite the amount of hubris. Even I know.
How are you going to contain them here? Out of curiosity.
Like, we don't care about the location. None of our business. What is the method that you are going, like, is it the lead box method? Is it
Unfortunately,
throw them into a volcano?
Unfortunately, I think that was part of the need to know basis.
I'm pretty sure we are a part of the need to know.
We're the ones going out there risking our necks.
Are we? We're just a retrieval team.
We're going into the elemental planes. There's going to be shit that's going to try and kill us.
It might be important to know what they're going to do so we can do it on a smaller scale so we don't become a walking terrorism attack by moving the artifacts. Because there's the risk as we pick them up and move them.
Are you guys asking Trailerina this, or are you just speaking right in front of her amongst yourselves?
Bit of both.
I'm asking bit of both.
You have to ask her a question because there's a lot of questions being tossed around. And
basically, like, can we be told what their plan is, and if not, at least enough to be able to do it on a small scale to prevent us becoming walking natural disasters?
It is on a need-to-know basis. And you guys, still aren't on the need-to-know. But she does say that they're already contained where they're at. So all you do is take their containers, bring them to the prime material, and they'll take care of the rest.
Okay. I say, I'm kind of roped into all this now. Let's go check out the first one.
Well, hold on. This obviously, of course, sounds like a very dangerous task. We all came here, I believe, with a goal in mind of something to ask once this is done. How many are there? And how many
Oh.
until we can be given whatever it is we ask for?
Give me a second. I need to get my notebook.
Yep. it's the how many do we have to do in order to make this worth it?
I would
Let's
argue
see.
additional compensation is should also be on the table here. No. Travel costs.
Let's see. Uh, Travel costs. They'll take care of all the travel costs. Let's see. 1, 2. Oh, damn. There's 10.
Ooh.
Do we have to
Alright.
do we have to retrieve all 10 before we can be granted what we ask for?
Cherry Lorraine steeples her fingers and leans back in her chair, and she says, "That is a very good question. I suppose after you retrieved at least 3, we can start working on uh your boons, as retrieving 3 of these artifacts will no doubt prove your might, and I will. If you haven't died by then, of course, it will definitely prove your resilience, and we can work on your boons then."
3 sounds reasonable.
I also say in the meantime, in order for us to more effectively able to find these artifacts, I do think we should get some additional compensation in front of it.
Oh,
No, I got armor to maintain. I'm sure some of us might want to buy a trinket or two to help out. I mean, we're going to some very dangerous places.
talking about financial recompense that was going to be given to you from the beginning anyway. Twist my arm.
No, I figured, but maybe it's not quite enough for us. We would love to hear just how much it might be.
If you're trying to negotiate the price, I will let you know now it's non-negotiable.
I mean, you're over here. We're kind of risking our lives, so
You don't have to agree. You can simply walk out that door, and I can get the B team in here, and they'll do it
But we're
as
the only
well.
one that earned high marks from everyone, didn't we?
There were some marks that you could have done a little bit better in, but if your friend here and if all you agree that you should be twisting my arm for a higher pay, a higher stipend, then I have no issue with letting you walk out the door if your conditions aren't met.
I just think we know our value. And we're gonna be away from our friends and family for who knows how long at a time. Some of us might even die. So, you might think that this money is for us to enjoy, but at the end of the day, it really just serves as insurance for us to secure our lives. Leave something behind. I have 3
Roll,
kids back home. I have a wife.
Justin, roll a persuasion check. Man,
Alright, cool.
Can I give him advantage?
no.
Me.
Could I, his mother-in-law, give him advantage?
Absolutely not. You hate it.
I feel like that would be disadvantage.
You know, he's not a great father in the first place, so if he dies, it's not the worst.
Having grown up without a father figure, even a shitty one would be better.
I
That's
have a
true.
16.
I've already got a
It doesn't seem to
stepdad
cut
lined
it.
up for the family.
Okay, but like, would your daughter be happy with you arranging a marriage if she chose to marry this guy?
At the very
Also, that's a lens on the man I found.
Eh,
At the very least, Archmage, can you tell us how much? Even if you won't increase it, can we at least know how much?
Sorry, John. Give me a second.
Like the Archmage is snacking on some peanuts.
I gotta have my almonds. I'm on keto.
I gotta be snacking. If you
Have a snack.
Let's see. Also wrote down somewhere. There's how many of you? There's 6 of you, right?
5.
I was going to give you all 30,000 gold to split between the 5 of you. Is that not enough?
What's like the average price for like a low level magical item? Like
They aren't
Uh,
common, right? Like magic items
They're
are.
not. They're not common. They're kind of rare. Put me on the spot here, Bones. Let me see if it's in the fucking thingamabob, the Google Doc.
Of course.
Yeah, that's why we
Yeah,
didn't
can I-
start out with
Please,
any at 11th level, is because they're super. Even the common ones are super uncommon.
yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, and they're not cheap either because they're mostly handmade on a personal level. So like, if you have a magic item, it's because you made it yourself, and because of the price it takes to make them and the sentimental value, they usually magical items in this universe are usually tailored specifically towards someone personally. So they have a very specific purpose, unless it's like a bag of holding. But even then, a bag of holding is like a personal item because of all the stuff that is kept inside of it. Ouch, ouch.
So wait, was she implying that getting 30,000 now, or by when we get everything done?
It's your stipend. It's your stipend and your reward for completing the trials and coming out on top.
Ah, okay, all right. So
So you're over
I,
here saying that you're not going to get paid much, without even
no,
asking how much you're getting paid in the first place.
think I did sort of ask, because you didn't really. All right, I understand that you might not want to increase it right from the get-go. I think the stipend is pretty good, but how about possibly an increase for every item that we bring in?
Didn't roll high on that persuasion check, man.
Oh, it's like a
Yeah.
performance thing, you know?
No performance. That'd be another persuasion check.
No, I just mean like in terms of our job, like, oh, they're performing well. Like, here's your stipend, but here's also the extra income coming in from bringing in.
A bonus for each
Yeah,
artifact.
bonus. Exactly. Since-
Trailerine, Duval stares all of you down. He says, "I'll consider it."
That's all we ask.
Yeah.
I do have a question. The artifacts, you said that they were from the prime material plane. Who or what placed them in the other planes in the first place? And do we know why?
Trailerine kind of sighs heavily through her mouth and she says, "Yes. While we don't have any concrete evidence of this, of course, anymore, as all of their exploits were destroyed, we do have reason to believe it was the adventurers of 1,000 or so years ago."
Who then became the gods? Right.
Out of character, they did not become the gods.
Oh, okay, sorry. I was mixing up the two groups.
Yeah, I think I said that from the beginning. I'm pretty sure I said that like explicitly that the people who were adventuring around and stuff did not become the gods whatsoever.
Okay, I
just want to clarify that because
yeah,
That's
thank
that's
you.
good to clarify.
And do we have a reason why? Was it just for shits and giggles? Like,
we don't know. Like I said, all of the records of them were destroyed, and we don't have much to go on anymore of them.
I see.
Out of character, this is also in a brief history in
Yep.
the Google Doc.
Yeah, I'm reading it now, actually.
And I should probably reread it. Where?
It's the first one.
First one? Okay.
Yeah.
I think
Again,
I need
I
to.
first read this like 10 million years ago. I'm not going to retain any information.
Valid.
This will be partially in character of just the the brief history I learned was somewhat vague in regards to how the adventurers fixed the problem. So this was a plan then.
Do you
They placed the artifacts, and somehow from that the new gods came about.
Your guess is just as good as any others. That is the popular theory from the scholars that we have, but once again, nothing is extremely concrete.
Hmm.
Do you have any information on the artifacts, specifically in each area?
Uh, Speaking of that, Adonis, he we have been able to track. Usually we have been able to track when the next planar rips will be occurring, and as such, it's not an exact science, of course, but Eridonis here will be debriefing you on each plane and also each artifact in each plane as they appear. Speaking of which, let me give you these items before I forget. And she opens up her drawer and pulls out sending stones. And she gives all of you one stone, and she has one on her desk. She says, "These are sending stones I made myself. Um, they will hopefully work in between the planes, etc., etc., and they can be used for communication through them if you all run into any trouble, if you all have difficulty finding something, if you have difficulty the locals. And then I'm not forgetting anything else.
Is it like I've only read about these. Is it I know okay, out of character. Is it the like once per day or is it like magical walkie-talkies?
Magical walkie-talkies.
Oh,
Yeah. This is
yes.
the best way to do sending stones.
Oh, magical walkie-talkies are the best.
And to get this right, is it one for each of us, or it's just a single pair?
It's one for each of you.
Cool.
Sending stones all respond to this one on my desk here. Don't lose them. I made them myself specifically for this purpose. They are literally irreplaceable. It was a very complicated spell to get 6 sending stones, or to connect to 5 sending stones to connect to 1 sending stone, and vice versa, and also work through planes. Don't lose them, please.
Let's lose them first day.
I would kill to see the mathematical equation for that.
So what's next then?
Do you all have any other questions?
I suppose, when is our first mission? I'd like to get a will in order.
have Eridonis and speaks up and he says, "Well," he's been staring at his pocket watch the entire time and he kind of clicks it closed and stuffs it back into his breast pocket, and he says, "Well, our most recent search suggests that the plane of air might be opening. So just in case, we've had some griffins at the ready for you all, prepared since this morning.
Griffins.
Of course, we didn't know how many people would really be championed, but we had 7 prepared just in case. But I suppose only 5 will do.
No, we could take the at least 1 extra for either emergencies or carrying supplies.
Oh, emergency rations. Good idea.
It's flying emergency
I'm
food.
joking. I that was a joke.
Griffin's pretty tasty.
We're not eating the griffin.
Anyway,
And how? One more question: is there an approximate size of the artifacts that we know of? Like, what is it? Are they all different? Shape, size, density.
I think that's a part of. I asked earlier if they knew what they looked like.
Oh,
What
okay.
they are.
Sorry.
did you ask? Did you ask, or were y'all just talking amongst yourselves? Because
I had
there's a
asked,
lot of
and the response
I did
was
ask, yeah.
was Eridonis would brief us.
yes, Eridonis.
No problem.
He says, "While I have you all here anyway, and plane of air might be the next one to open up. Eventually, we're thinking sometime tomorrow. Um, based off of our research, we would be retrieving the Drakehorn, Drakehorn. Am I pronouncing that right? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right.
Drake?
Yeah, I think it's the Drakehorn, but it's spelled Draak.
Huh.
DRA.
AK. Horn.
Yeah, there's generally an E at the end of Drake, but I guess if we're doing fancy stuff. Fantasy names. Oh, that would make it the Drakhorn.
Yeah.
Well, it's your world, Ike.
Anyway. Perhaps a additional griffin will be needed to transport this, but the plane of air is not for the weak of will or the low of intelligence. And he kind of like looks over, not he glances over Ember, but he looks at all the rest of you like,
Rude.
and it is fairly big, but it is currently being held in a giant's castle, all the way on the far reaches of the plane of air. So, once
Say
the
giant castle or giant's castle?
giant's castle.
Interesting. Difference.
So your mission will be to go into the plane of air, navigate the winds, and not die while doing it. Find the giant's castle, infiltrate it, and then bring back the Drakehorn successfully.
Interesting.
All right.
All right.
One more question. For those who are more spell inclined, such as myself, would it be possible to okay, again out of character, That felt like it was right outside. Jesus.
Pretty much.
How long would it take for a wizard to copy down a spell? To copy down a spell. Like, what is the components? Like, what is the whatever?
I guess that really depends on the spell.
Well,
Yeah, if we're talking base D&D mechanics, it's like
1
every
hour per spell level plus parchment and ink.
okay. Well, Featherfall and probably fly or levitate. Because levitate is a 2nd level, but fly is a 3rd level.
Do you already have those spells?
Nope. That's why I was asking.
Mm. I mean, you can learn those spells though, right?
Mhm.
but to learn the spells outside of level ups requires.
Yeah, so I'm asking, like, what would be your system so that I could learn new spells?
You would probably have to have like a good 30 minutes to yourself for each spell.
And material components?
You'd have to get them too.
Okay. And then... Well, I know what I'm doing this evening. Alright, thank you. Just want to, get that out of the way so I know that formula for if when I want to take more spells. That's it. That was my last question.
Mm-hmm. Any
Are
other
there
questions?
are there any other services you can provide us with to help us along with our missions?
Like,
I don't know, just if we did some kind of connections within the planes we're going into, and maybe you have some items on reserve. I'm not sure. Anything that I guess you would think would be helpful.
items will be given to you as we see fit for them.
All right. Is there
Not going to
anything
let you
else?
go into the plane of water without cloaks of the manta ray.
Okay.
Be
Good to know.
foolish.
Is there anything else you can do to help us besides items that we should know of, just in case we need it? Or
Like,
I'm not entirely sure of the whole situation. I thought you guys would have a better grasp of what we're gonna be up against. So
I'm sorry, but do you think we go gallivanting into planes on our days off? We have work here to do.
you were all your head mage here, archmage, sorry, learned people. Listen, I'm just here to hit stuff by the looks of it. I'm just looking for whatever help we could get. Obviously, you two know more about this than probably any of us here, so I was hoping, besides the great insight you have already given us, that there might be something else that we should know, or there's something else that the castle could provide us. You know, like those griffins out there. That was great. Something like that.
I have a question.
Hmm?
Can I do an insight check to see how desperate the Archmage and Eridanis is just in this whole situation?
Uh, Sure.
I join in on that.
Sure.
I was just talking to her. I would like to join in on that cheese as well.
Group insight. Oh yeah.
21.
For my earlier insight, I got an 18. Like, how confident did she tell me about Sam about like being able to contain it and shit like that?
He seemed pretty confident.
All right. Also 21.
I got
a
a
9.
23 for that last one.
And let me just do a roll really quick. Mage seems extremely cool and collected. Let me do one for Adonis. Adonis, he doesn't seem desperate. He just kind of seems grouchy.
And what about Cricket?
Cricket, they're all the way on the other side of the room.
They've been listening in. All the more reason to watch them. If they've been listening into all of this, but they're not a part of the conversation, they're more likely to reveal
You're right, yeah.
any hidden in.
It's always in a room, right? Kind of deal.
Yeah.
It's heard all kinds of conversations.
Sorry, let me just organize these better. There we go. Oh, come on, D&D Beyond. Kit seems impassive. Leto, on the other hand, what did these get? Leto, his brow is kind of furrowed. He's been listening in too, but like, apart from like being, his back is to you. His like back is tense, and you can see him sometimes look to the side, and what you can see his face is kind of just like pinched in like concern just a little bit, but beyond that.
Okay. I note this all down mentally. But Henry had asked a question before the insight checks.
What was the question again? I forgot.
She, the Archmage mentioned some things that, during the conversation that, she was helping us with.
What is the question?
I'm just giving some examples first. Like, she mentioned the griffins and some of the items. I was asking her if she knew of any other services they could possibly provide us to help us out with our mission. Like that the castle could provide us.
She's giving you guys money. She's giving you transportation and also magic items. That's already a lot.
I know. I'm not demanding more services. I was simply asking, are there services that we don't know about that we should know about?
I mean, you're gonna have access to like, the libraries and stuff. It mostly just dependent on your boon, because if you didn't choose one, yeah, there's not gonna be a lot for you. But like Ember, if she wants to like go to the library and look through like the records and stuff, she can. Addie has some stuff that she has.
Okay.
Didn't really choose anything, so it's kind of hard for me to like be like, yeah, you can have some extra stuff.
I meant more as a group, for the mission. Like you said, if we need information, we have access to the castle's libraries or something like that. So I since I don't know and Henry doesn't know, and I don't think anybody else in the group knows, if there's anything that the government can provide us on top of everything else that they have that we should know about, then yeah, I would like the group to know.
I don't know.
Alright, so there isn't, then it's cool.
Yeah.
Case by case
If we
basis.
figure out what we need, we can probably ask for it.
Yeah, case by
when
case
it comes
basis.
up.
Cool.
Otherwise, I have no more questions.
Yeah, I'm good too.
Good to
Very
go.
well, we're going to get ready for Fortune's Feast. You all will be the guests of honor here today.
Go.
How much time before that?
And also, before I forget, uh, you can either have a house to yourselves down on the surface side, or you're more than welcome to the many castles and rooms here, and we could pick out suites for all of you. Choice is yours.
I
What,
have a
to keep?
home.
If we get a house on the
And
surface side, we get a house to
no,
keep.
no, just a stronghold, somewhere to rest and recuperate in between your missions, or you're
Okay.
more than welcome, again, to just stay here in Castle Dalen.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, that's what I meant. Like something like that. Like, oh yeah, if you need to stay somewhere, so here, or have a Gatorade bottle.
Um, sh- shoot, out of character. I don't know. Do I stay in the
Right?
castle or do I stay in a house?
Hmm. You know what? I think I'm saying this out of character. I think Henry would say stay at a house away from the castle just because he's smelling bullshit in the room. I don't know
Mhm.
if I want to be. Oh, on the other hand, maybe if we stay in the castle, we'll be
Actually,
able to listen in or look around and take in the room.
and I
So
have
do we
good
want people?
ears.
Yeah, yeah. So do we want people listening in on us, or are we trying to listen in on them? That's the real question.
Well, they might bug whatever house
Hmm. Yeah,
surface
we just
side.
have. That's true. That's true. I think I'll take a room in the castle.
I think I will as well. Mavis, too?
I'm good for either, honestly.
I have some family in the city that I'd like to stop by.
Oh, jeez.
Henry, you should meet your brother-in-law. He's quite the handsome catch.
Not really. One with the horse face. I've heard of him.
Mm.
Guess I won't be staying here all that often. Then I gotta stay with her.
Why are you always so rude?
I mean,
I'm just being
also,
back where your daughter said.
what's it called? The rooms in the castle are mostly just in case, like, in the middle of the night, y'all can be woken up and taken to the next mission and debriefed.
Rather than sending for us on the surface and getting us up to the castle and
That would be
Yeah.
smart. If it's no trouble, I do have a home here in the city, but there are a few things I need to take care of in preparation. Would it be possible that a room could be set up for me here in the castle and I can return after my business is concluded? And I pose this to the Archmage.
Yeah.
Excellent.
so it sounds like the preference is for among us group is to stay in the castle for when we're needed.
That seems like the best option for sure. All
Never
right.
be too prepared.
All right.
And all
Seems like
that.
we're all signed up for the Castle Deluxe Archmage.
I will send for someone to start preparing uh your rooms, and in the meantime, Cricket will be showing you to the dining hall. Children's feast is about to begin.
Oh, the feast is beginning now.
Oh my. Okay.
All right. Guess we're heading down.
And Archmage summon appearance is Cricket, and Cricket walks shoots up and then speed walks to the desk, and Trailerine says, "Can show them to the dining hall, can't you, Cricket? Please. I don't have the time. I'm finishing up some things here. I will join you all in a moment." Cricket nods and turns to your party and uh, bows low and begins to walk ahead.
How low does he bow?
Like a 90 degrees.
Solid degree. Henry definitely does go, like, as we're walking out, just to, like, Ember's side, just, like, says, "This place stinks to high hell. We better keep our ears open."
Stealthily are you saying that?
I say that when we're out of the door next to Ember, as, like, after we're walking down the hall for a little while, I whisper it over.
Yeah, like, how stealthily are you saying that, though, still?
I mean, as stealthily as I can. I mean, being around Ember, I know that she has good ears, so that's what I'm saying. Keep your ears open. So I probably say it really quietly.
I look at Henri, and I just nod.
I'm back.
Someone's passive perception.
23.
17.
13, and I'll be right back.
18.
You want me to roll stealth?
Nah. Ember, you see just barely, almost like you can almost miss it for just a second, but you swear that you see Cricket's ear twitch.
I keep a mental note of that. I don't say anything, though.
I'm just waiting for Jean to get back.
Yeah, no. They could take a small, like...
Where do you know that guy from?
Eridanis?
Yeah.
I was asking around for some information, and he helped me out, with some. Met him at one of the universities. Surprisingly, a lot of people to ask there for information if you know who to ask.
Okay. Do we like him?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have a problem with him. He's... As far as I'm aware, he's one of the only Leonin in Sihonavan, so the fact that he's made it this far is a testament to his perseverance.
Oh, okay. Well, it's nice that at least one of us knows someone in that room. To some capacity.
Yeah, yeah. I'm surprised. I mean, he was doing really well in his classes when I last saw him, but I didn't expect him to be on or working with the High Council.
Well, seems like he's a little overachiever for sure.
I mean, if he's responsible for pinpointing the problem, then good for him. That's
Yeah.
really good achievement.
Oh yeah, for sure. Looks like you both are two sides of the same coin now. It's interesting. Small world.
Yeah. I got to know a lot of people in my journeys.
Mhm.
Yeah, journeys is a good word for it.
Ah, how about that?
I
Uh,
knew I
oh,
knew I knew Marshall actually from before, so
oh, really?
yeah, that was a surprise.
Geez, you know everyone then. And I always knew you'd get up to trouble.
You have no idea.
Yeah, you're always a restless child for sure.
And I thought I could I thought I could say the same for you, but it sounds like you settled down.
Uh, yeah, I guess so. Once you get to my age, get a little too tired of running around. I feel like.
Whatever happened, it must be a hell of a story.
Yeah, for sure. I'll probably tell you about it one day.
I'm curious if nothing else, but don't feel you have to.
Oh, no, of course not. And when we have the chance, I would love for you to come down to where I live and meet everyone if you want.
That'd be fun, I think.
Yeah. Just in case you didn't feel like running around for a little while.
I'll be running around for a little while yet. I have something I need to do.
I totally understand. I get you. I get you. Well, yeah, just definitely think of coming around. You're probably gonna laugh at this, but I'll cook you something good and you can have a good time. My wife's a terrible cook, so um,
I mean, those baby back ribs are pretty decent. I
yeah,
believe that you're a good cook.
yeah. I kind of had to make those on the spot. I have a garden back home, and tastes a lot better when I can use the stuff from there.
Oh, yeah. Everything tastes better in your home kitchen.
Mhm. No, for sure. You ever think about settling down?
It's been on my mind every now and then.
Don't think about it too much. You're still a young kid. Geez, back when I was your age. Now I'm a pretty old dude. I gotta take it easy now. Well, not anymore, I guess. I have someone twice as old as I am that I'm kind of leashed to, so.
Yeah, I noticed.
Mhm.
I mean, in my case, I really only have one home to go back to at the moment, and that's all the way in Silesia. Um,
Mm.
so
Well, you know, my doors are always open for you.
thank you. I appreciate that.
Of course, of course.
I should tell you, um, because you were friends with her too.
Mhm.
Mazira is missing.
Uh, I kind of got that vibe. I guess it. I mean, you haven't really brought her up, and she's not with you right now. So is that why you're running about as much as you are?
She's one of the reasons, yeah. The other one is that there's another caravan leader missing as well.
How long has it been?
A couple years now.
Jeez. I feel terrible. I really should have reached out to you guys, but guess I've been too busy in my own shit or something. I had
It's
no idea. I could
it
have been looking around
happened.
myself.
It happened suddenly. It happened suddenly, and I left the caravan at the same time.
Oh, I see.
So even if you had reached out, I wouldn't have been there,
No, of
and
course.
I would have been very hard to track down.
Oh, I can tell. Of course, it's just my luck that I just run into you. I don't even gotta look around.
Yeah,
Can't get rid of you.
yeah, that's
Uh,
that's a stroke of luck or
yeah.
misfortune. I don't really know these days.
Do you have any leads?
No, not really.
Is that why you're doing this whole thing?
Yeah.
Jeez. But well, I'll definitely be looking around. I get around quite a bit too, so
I would
hell, it looks like we're gonna be getting around a lot more than any of us are used to, since we're gonna be in all kinds of crazy places. So
I would be very surprised if you learned anything that I did that I didn't know.
of course, well, I ran into you today, didn't I? I think most of the time you find the things you're looking for when you're not really looking for them.
Well, I kind of hope that's the case.
Just need to wait for some luck. So is that what you're gonna use your favor for? You think?
I'm gonna use it to help give me the means to get the information I want.
I see. Well, I'll definitely ask around.
Thank you.
Your friends are my friends, and I'm sure you've asked them too, but maybe there's a person or two you miss.
Yeah, thank you.
Of course.
And am I
Sorry.
allowed to ask about the hunter business?
The hunter business.
The thing, what's his face was talking about.
Oh, that whole thing.
Yeah.
It's just a gig I had after I left the caravans.
A gig.
Yeah, I don't even need to roll insight. I just give Henri a long look with my +9 to insight. But I don't say anything more.
Good.
I love that's what we're calling it now, the gig.
Just a gig.
Is Jean back?
I'm back.
Ian?
Oh, Gene.
Oh. There he is.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Oh.
Like Mothman. So you all continue on your way. Cricket leading you through the various twists and turns of Castle Daywin until until Leto and them. Sorry, I'm really congested all of a sudden. This is annoying.
No worries.
It is like freezing. It's so cold in my room. Okay, that's better.
we're all being led to our chambers.
No, to the dining hall.
Oh, right, to the dining hall.
I have time to eat.
Yes. See, you were all led to the dining hall, and Cricket stops before a pair of double doors, and with another kind of not as low of a bow, but just kind of like a bow of their head, they hold out their hand, and the guards on either side of the door open it for you for your party,
Thank you kindly.
and you all are in the dining hall of Castle Dalen. It's pretty damn big. Till you immediately recognize a bunch of the nobles here. Uh,
Mhm.
Uh-oh.
oh, hold on.
You are
Ouch.
steadily dying.
Yeah, let me mute myself really quick. I still got a cough.
You guys want to know what's the bomb? Fried shrimp.
Oh yeah.
I fuck with fried shrimp. You know, I really love that moment when you go to like a restaurant and like you've been there multiple times and you always get the same thing, but then you get that feeling of courage within you and you're like, I'm gonna fight my anxiety and order something else. And for once, it isn't like booty, but it's like super good. So you're like, I did a good thing today.
Yes, actually.
Because I hate that feeling when you like spend money on food and you don't end up liking it, even though you like other things in that restaurant. So you're like, wow, what a waste of time and money. Mm-mm.
Uh, you're shown to your yeah. Till you immediately recognize like a lot of these nobles. You recognize the Lord of and Henry. You also recognize one of them, and it's the Lord of Amos. Um, what's it called? Uh, the Duchess of Eclipse is there. Which is a little odd because this close to Marilune, usually you can't even get them away from the temple or Eclipse or the Lunar Plateau for like 30 minutes, let alone for like Fortune's Feast. Uh, for the travel time it gets from Eclipse to Nova Ether anyway. Um, there's food completely piled on the tables, and as you're seated, there's aged plum wine, um, lemongrass steeped rice made into risotto, uh, a rack of baby back goat ribs, and a and a red wine reduction, um, courtesy of Glass Glass Forest Village. There's an entire roasted pig. Um, there's sorghum and some sheep. There's red snapper, filleted, and salmon, smoked to perfection. Um, roasted deer, more roasted goat. Uh,
Is there fried shrimp?
is there fried shrimp? Yeah, sure.
Fuck yeah.
There's
It's canon, you better write that down, Ike.
there's fried shrimp.
Yeah. Shrimp heaven now.
You're telling me
Shrimp
a shrimp fried
heaven
this rice?
now. uh, there's all sorts of food, and uh, before any of you can like start digging in and absolutely chowing down, um, Archmage Somniferum does appear again, and she clinks her glass at the head of the table, and says, "Thank you all for coming here today uh, for Fortune's Feast. Once again, we ask Tamora, Amelie, and Joaquin for their guidance and even their good luck in these coming years. The gods know that Sihonavan needs it more than anyone now. But please, enjoy the food. It was cooked by our best chefs of Sihonavan, and they outdo themselves every year. And let this Fortune's Feast be another one to remember for years to come." And
Polite
Yep.
elf clap.
The awkward, like, okay, and clapping, looking
When she's
around.
done talking, I'm already like
yeah,
grabbing the plate.
the other nobles do clap. It's not awkward if y'all start clapping.
All right, great. Nobody had to do like that slow '80s clap.
What?
Clap, clap.
No.
The
Yeah.
clap,
A build up, yeah.
clap, clap,
And then,
clap,
and then everybody else
clap,
starts
yeah.
clapping.
No, no
Amazing.
one did that. In the dining hall, there are floor-to-ceiling windows on the far end, and it's actually facing where would that be? I guess west. Facing Little Light. Uh,
Really loving those fireworks, huh, guys?
Mhm.
Got some going on over here too. Damn.
Fireworks are stupid, loud and noisy.
Mm-hmm.
But there's floor-to-ceiling windows facing towards the Little Light, and you can actually see out for miles. You can see the city of Nova Ether below you pretty easily, and the Adamantian Mountains kind of backdrop by the setting sun. Uh, and everyone's eating except for the guard. So Leto doesn't eat, but you can see like even Cricket has like a plate of just like uh, rice and like vegetables and like leafy stuff. No meat. But but for the most part, the nobles do try to talk to you every now and then. They try talking to Henry, and then like he's kind of off. They're kind of off put by him, so they just kind of stop talking to you guys altogether.
Damn.
Thank
Just
God.
like, just like real life. Thank the Lord. Should we all just get a table together?
Yes.
You're at a very long table. There's no smaller tables.
Oh damn, really?
Yeah, you just have your own section of a table though.
Alright.
Oh boy.
Henry is definitely piling on his plate. Like, there's not like no sectioning off here. Like, nothing neat here. I guess the most obnoxious fucking leg of chicken. You know, he's just making like, oh, what's it? What's that called? A fucking garbage plate? Just
Yeah, garbage
Yeah.
garbage
plate.
plate. Let's go. I know
Garbage
what
plate. Let's go.
Just make it a garbage plate. Fancy garbage plate.
I guess
Hell
that's canon
yeah.
now.
Gotta get that fancy garbage plate, y'all.
Let's go. Gotta put my caviar on top of my macaroni and cheese. Let's... You said they had fancy drinks too, right?
Aged plum wine, sparkling water, fresh spring water.
Nice. Yeah, Henry, rather than pouring himself a glass of wine, there's probably multiple bottles of wine. He just takes a whole bottle. And he sits down and starts eating his garbage plate with his bottle of plum wine. That's probably more than he makes in a month.
Probably more than he makes in 10 years.
Yeah, right, man. He's
Jill just starts like putting the really expensive like bottles of wine, like their party favors, in their bag. They're not gonna need it, but they can certainly give it out to people that might either want it for free and or pay for it.
That's the right idea, Till. The Archmage is kind of stingy. Take what you need.
Yeah, I know.
I've never been to anything like this, so I am watching this happen, being like, what the fuck? Is that just watching Till? Is that normal?
I definitely grab a plate
Yes.
for Ember. I'm like, here, Dot, start taking it before it's all gone. Hurry up, kid.
I know to take the food. I'm just marveling at
Yeah.
that.
No,
I
the
just
thing-
point to Till.
Make sure you take all the
So the
expensive
thing is,
stuff
they have
first.
enough money to go around, and as someone that is in fact rich, you fucking take this shit when it's given to you for free, and then either sell it to people that weren't here and have the money to buy it but weren't rich enough to be here, or donate it to the homeless that, you know, fucking deserve it because our economy and government is shit and won't help them.
Say it a little
It's all
louder for
very-
the nobles around you, Till.
I have given this speech to the nobles before, and I've been told to be quiet because you are a child and you can't understand the complex politics that are going on around you, even though you grew up with it.
Just the largest eye roll from Addie.
Well, Till, you see, with the politics of this nation.
Oh, don't you start. Don't you start.
In my day, we had to walk uphill in the snow both
Both
ways to get
ways.
to school.
Back
We
in
didn't
your
have
day,
access
you were
to
a
proper deity worship. I had to do it all myself and pick myself up from my bootstraps to get what I wanted. I had to pay my way through my student loans. So you should too.
ha ha ha. Ah ha ha ha.
Also, the world is flat.
No, it is
What?
not.
Back when your student loans were like 5 gold. Yeah, get out of here.
I had to work 2 minimum wage jobs to pay my way through 4 years of college.
You mean
Oh
back when
no,
those jobs
your
could pay
two
for a whole
minimum
house?
wage jobs. I have to go on an exceedingly dangerous bounty hunting business where I've had to stab a man's eye out with a fork to get him to comply.
You know,
Did you
you should just
fucking
go to
talk to
school
me?
and get an education so you don't have to do that kind of thing anymore. It sounds pretty rough.
I have an education. I just can't
Hey,
fucking use it.
Can I? Presidency
How
is-
many-
Yeah, it's verbal and somatic, but like,
How many nobles? How many nobles like visibly gagged when I said stabbed a man in the eyeball with a fork?
I just winked at both of you, like Mavis is trying to get the noble's
5.
attention to bring up your
Okay.
complaints.
okay.
I'm satisfied. I'm here for chaos and chaos
Jill
only.
just like does the angry hands on table, standing up, and just starts ranting about it, not at all like aware that it is in fact a ploy on Mavis's. I have a like insight of +3. I am not great at cold reading people if I'm in the moment.
Fair.
Oh my gosh. Can I just point out I love how Addie, her whole thing is basically like the same thing as someone with a master's degree working at Starbucks as a barista, but Addie's a bounty hunter. It's like I can't use my master's degree. I'm gonna be a bounty hunter.
Yeah, like that's. Yeah, you're not wrong.
I am in an event with a ton of people and a lot of noise, and then Till hops up on the counter after Addie and Till and
Counter?
Mavis, on the table, and
I'm just putting my hands on the table. I'm just standing up.
and then Mavis and Addie and Till are all going bad, and at this point I've just started shoving food in my mouth to keep myself from saying anything I don't mean to.
I look at Ember and I'm like, what is your opinion on the state of the government?
I just point to my very full mouth and just like,
I think all the senators that are my age are doing a very good job.
You're an old insane bat and you're leading us to death!
Addie nearly fucking screams.
I toss some lobster onto Ember's plate. Here, you gotta make sure you get the most expensive stuff.
Oh, so the thing is,
God.
and then Chill fucking pulls out with prestidigitation, essentially like the with Mage Hand and prestidigitation, the essentially of like a portable slideshow. Using it to like make color, like has done used prestidigitation enough to like yes, I can have a few effects going of just like lights and stuff to show essentially my graphs and statistics.
That Ember is like following along with, like maybe not like verbally, but is just watching and is like, okay.
I see.
And this is why we need to eat the rich.
Rich, I hold up a fork. I hold up a fork, and I just like any one of the nobles. I just look at them, and I
Pointed
smile.
at me too.
Yeah, I put it. No, yeah, I pointed. I like start poking you lightly. Actually,
I'm like, yes, I am aware. I can't control my mother.
I know you can't, but it's funny for the bit.
Yes, I'm aware. It's funny.
I hope you mean rich with flavor.
Sadly, the rich never taste good.
They don't.
They don't.
Oh, they really don't.
Yes, they're far too gamey. They don't run enough. No
Far
muscle.
too
on those
gamey and
bones.
far too just like they have too much fat because they don't burn it off, so they're not. It's like meat needs fat on it for it to like taste good. They have too much,
Real
and then
flavors.
also they're just incredibly salty, and it's gross.
I'm just imagining so many nobles absolutely glaring daggers at us. And it's
Till is having a hoot and a holler,
Absolutely.
knowing that this is gonna get back to the people that they know as nobles, and it's just like I'll deal with the consequences later.
consequences. What are those?
They can just point at this group and say, "Look at the bad influences, mother." Or actually, look at our hero of our country, Mavis. How could I have done anything wrong with her around?
Hey, I have a question.
Smiles and waves.
Mm.
Smile and wave.
How does Sihonavan view people from Zixclesia in general?
Not very great. Humans, of course, are held in the highest regards, and then magic users come after those. Except for elves are very close to the running. They don't tend to view people from Zixclesia. Unfortunately, it has a reputation of just being like a very much a wild free for all type of like country, which isn't completely untrue. But because of like how the steeped of truth it is in, we're kind of I don't want to say savages because that's really really negative.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like yeah,
It's unspoken, but that's how they kind of think of
It's the behind closed doors said.
yeah.
Yeah, Ember is hearing all of this and is wisely keeping her mouth shut as the shifter of the group.
Y'all are committing microaggressions against your party member.
No, we're not.
Dang,
We're
bro.
not. We're talking about Sihonavan.
We're
and that
just
it's
using our
tough.
privilege to
we're
talk
talking
about
our
it.
own
That doesn't
country.
Yeah,
mean
exactly.
we're
Henry
providing microaggression.
definitely at some point sitting next to a noble
We're
is like
gonna-
he looks at his plate. He's like, "Are you gonna eat that?" No, takes it off his plate.
It's not the microaggression, it's the fact that you all are like, yes,
We're
we'll
just-
eat the
We're just being
rich.
too loud.
The group that is associated with the shifter from Zixclesia is being like, we'll eat the rich in front of a bunch of nobles.
Oh, it's the fact that we're doing it with you in our presence.
Ah.
And so-
Got it. They think you've brainwashed us.
So Ember at this point is like, I'm worried that if I say anything, this is gonna go south really fast.
Hey, Ember, you should shout raise taxes just to get them on your side.
I somehow I still think that'll make it worse. And also, I don't believe in. I think they should lower taxes, not raise them.
I don't think they should keep student loan debt, but do you see the effect I'm having on these two youngsters? They're going to massively improve our government in 10 to 20 years. All right? Remember, saving them for the future of the world.
You're also a war. You're also a war hero. They might be. They might take your words with more like seriousness.
Use your privilege while you're
I'm
alive.
82 years old. These fuckers don't believe a word I say.
You have old lady privilege.
Ain't that the truth?
You shut up, young man. I don't like you.
Oh, come out and say it.
Sorry, I can't hear you over my chewing. Can I eat my food, please? Are you guys done? And by the way, when it comes to the rich, the real flavor's in the bones. Everybody knows that.
I mean,
Yes,
the
you
flavor
gotta
of
suck out the
anything's in the
marrow.
bones, not the boner.
What?
Definitely not the boner. You want to avoid that one at all costs.
Oh, no,
Oh,
for sure.
100%. It's gross.
Well, hold on.
The rich are overly
Hold on.
disgusting.
I've heard that's a delicacy in some places. We can't knock it until we try it. It's very rude to yuck someone's yum.
Oh, no,
Eat it or eat it, I say.
It's like, I speak multiple languages, I think. I speak a few languages, and I did not just understand a word you fucking said, Addie.
Addie's a real polyglot.
I'm just saying, testicles are a delicacy in some places.
No, they
You
are.
shouldn't yuck.
Oh yeah, bull testicles, tasty. Bull testicles, wonderful. It's
But
cooked
what-
correctly.
I'm sorry, what?
Are there
No,
any?
no.
Are
Anyway,
there
the
any
DM
kind of
wouldn't
animal
cut it.
testicles on the table anywhere?
We can't kill
Anyway.
it, guys.
Is that a noble
Anyway.
choking on his drink?
Justin, shut up.
That would be a noble joking on his drink.
Anyway, y'all are all. I was very content to let y'all shoot the shit and like just do some like character stuff.
Trillerine is like, I have chosen poorly. Someone
I
end
should
my
have just
suffering.
gone with Group B.
Yeah, she's like getting fucking war flashbacks.
You want to talk about war flashbacks? This
Oh, jeez. Wait, Ike, you didn't answer my question.
I'm not going to.
Um,
Wait, what was the question?
I was wondering if there are any types, as we were calling it, delicacies, like animal testicles on the table anywhere.
Yeah, I'm not answering that. Uh, as you all are all chowing down and eating, having a grand old time causing a ruckus at
I will
Fortune's place.
randomly shout, fuck the government, and then go back to eating. Immediately duck and go back to go back to eating.
Who said that? Oh, that was me, dear. Don't worry about it.
I love this all so much.
See. Mavis, and Connery and Till. I don't think you've experienced this yet. You all feel it first, and it's a rumbling that kind of just it makes your hair stand on end, like the back of your
no.
and
You all
Till,
would see me like a freeze and look up and look around.
until you recognize the sound too, as off in the distance, in the out of the window, you all can see Rick and the planar system happening. And normally this wouldn't be any cause of concern, but as you all stop and watch, the entire table, entire dining hall falls silent, and you can see something comes out of the portal, and it's for somethings, and you can only assume that they're monsters there because of the Ripper the Planar system coming from you assume the plane of air, and this wouldn't be too much a concern, but this rip in the planar system happened right over Little Light, over the retirement community of the kingdom, over the monastery where you trained, Emperor. And just as soon as it's there, Trailerine is already shooting up from her seat and commanding servants, commanding guards, and she points to all of you and she's like, get up.
I'm already up. The minute I saw it was over Little Light,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
up.
it's
She's
like ready to
she
go.
says, Lita and Cricket will lead you down to the Griffins. Please. This is of the utmost security. Come on, let's go.
I
Yeah.
just quickly shuffle some plum wine into his bag.
I'm grabbing
3
as much
bottles.
of the fucking expensive portable food, shoving it in my bag as I'm going, because I'm just like, if we're in there for the long haul, I want to be drunk.
I also take a silver plate that I think my wife will like.
Come on.
Run out.
Grabbing a good knife and just sticking it in my pocket.
And since I'm fucking dying, I guess, we're gonna call it there.
Okay.
Is that your time?
Yeah, I could hear you getting worse over the
Yeah.
course of the session.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and stop the recording.